Joe Biden has requested $100 billion in the name of national security. Joe Biden has failed the first test of national security. That's because national security starts with border security. And for Republicans, our line in the sand is the Rio Grande. Republicans in the Senate have outlined solutions, effective border policy solutions that will actually stop the flow. And the flow is a flood of illegal immigrants coming into this country. I fully support this proposal, and something like this needs to be included if there's actually going to be a deal. Without it, there is no deal. Now, Joe Biden has a different approach. He wants to throw a lot of money at the problem. Completely ineffective. What do the Democrats want to do? The Democrats want to shovel money into sanctuary cities, New York and Chicago. They want to do direct payments to illegal immigrants once they get into the country. That does nothing to stop the flood of illegal immigrants, and it does nothing to stop the terrorism threats that continue to increase in our country. Republicans have continually gone to the southern border to talk to the Border Patrol. I was there again last week. They tell us Democrats never go to actually see what's happening at the border and never go to talk to the Border Patrol. Democrat senators so rarely go for any purpose, but when they do go, it's to make sure that there is comfort and quick release for illegal immigrants. Nothing to actually stop the flow. Criminals, terrorists are flocking to our border from all around the world. Smugglers bringing fentanyl into this country are responsible for a record number of American deaths. Republican core proposals, core measurement to stop the illegal immigrants coming across the country, into this country, have to be part of any national security bill. Otherwise, there will not be a national security bill.
With the war in the Middle East, emboldening violent extremists, and a wide open southern border, we are more and more vulnerable for attacks on our soil right here at home. New numbers just released from October from the southern border show that 1,300 people enter the United States from Cuba, Iran, North Korea, and Syria, all classified as sponsors for terror. That's an increase from 1,000 in September. In New York, authorities just 2 weeks ago arrested a man from Senegal who illegally crossed our southern border and is wanted for supporting terrorism. Biden's open border policies allowed him to cross into our country, be processed, and then released into our country. Thank God for our law enforcement who caught him and preempted this terror attack. And listen to this, just on Friday, a Jordanian man with a Palestinian passport was detained on gun charges as a grave danger after talking martyrdom with others. This was reported just 3 days ago in USA Today. This individual was training with weapons and learning how to make explosives, and according to the charges from the judge, this was more than just talk. He was in contact with others who also share a radical mindset. Think what's happening in the Middle East can't happen right here? Think again. Enough is enough. Biden needs to protect our homeland. He needs to protect us on our southern border.
I basically support the comprehensive approach. I don't buy the notion that this is not important in Asia. It is. The Prime Minister of Japan said if you want to send President Xi a message, beat Putin in Ukraine. But the point we want to make today, and I want to reinforce it because everybody knows how strongly I feel about helping Ukraine and Israel, the border needs to be a part of it if it's going to clear the Senate.